What's going on, boys? I got the score and spread predictions for you guys for this college football Saturday. But before we get into that, if you boys could please drop a like and subscribe, that'll help me out a ton. It's completely free for you guys. Takes you guys 2 seconds. So if you could please do that before getting these picks, I'd really appreciate it. Especially on a video like this. Obviously, this is not my typical content. Normally just stick to player props, but I did want to get one of these videos out to you guys just to see if you guys like it. So if you guys do enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate if you guys could drop a like, leave a comment, let me know that you guys like this kind of content, and I'll definitely make sure to get more of this stuff out to you guys. But obviously, I did want to talk to you guys about chalkboard and parlay play before we get into these predictions for Saturday. Obviously, deposit matches are the huge things for both these apps. 100% deposit match up to $100 for both these apps when you sign up with code SBL. Obviously, those deposit matches are such free money. I made so much money when I first started betting, just taking advantage of all those deposit matches. But obviously, along with the deposit matches, over on Chalkboard, you guys will also get one exclusive free pick at sign up. Again, with code SBL, and over on Parlay Play, if you guys download the Parlay Play app, throw in code SBL during your sign up. Again, you get that deposit match, but you also get a $5 free game. That $5 free game does not require a deposit at all. I really like that about Parlay Play, though, because the deposit match is just first deposit. It does not have to be at sign up. You get that just for whenever your first deposit is. With Parlay Play, that free game allows you to play a free game, see if you like the app, and then you still get the deposit match when you end up depositing money if you do like the app. So I really, really like that about Parlay Play. Chalkboard is still a very good deal as well, but that just kind of allows you to figure out if you like the app or not before you throw money into it. So really good deals on both. If you guys download both the apps, throw in code SBL over on both of them, you guys can make $200 in less than 5 minutes. When I say it's the quickest, easiest way to make a bunch of money, I'm not kidding. $200 less than 5 minutes. It'll take you guys like 3-4 minutes. And you can make $200. So very, very good deals on both as far as where you guys can use these apps. Any of the yellow states on this Parlay Play map right here will work for Parlay Play. Same thing with the chalkboard map down here. Any of the green states, you guys can absolutely use chalkboard in any of those states right there. But I did want to show you guys this really quickly. This is for Parlay Play right here. Just basically, if you guys throw in anything over a 2-man on Parlay Play, you get extra payout boosts. For no reason other than the fact that it's just because it's Parlay Play. So very, very good deal there. That's kind of one of the reasons I love Parlay Play. You can mess around with where the lines are at and stuff to get better payouts anyways. And then on top of that, you get these percentage boosts. So very good stuff there. But we're going to jump over and look at some lines for, I've got the 6 best games in my opinion. Obviously, I've got all the ranked games in here. I've got 6 of what should be the best games for college football Saturday. We're going to look at, going to talk through some score predictions, spread, totals, all that kind of stuff. Going to talk to you guys about that really quickly. But our first one is going to be Missouri, Oklahoma. This is obviously a very, very big SEC matchup. This is a big game. Oklahoma needs to win this, which they probably should. Bo Pribula might play, maybe not. From what I've read about it, from what I've seen, it seems like a 70-30. He might play, he might not. 30% chance that he does play, 70% chance that he doesn't, specifically because they're playing Oklahoma. Oklahoma has the second most sacks in the FBS right now, which is just not a good thing to throw your quarterback into right off of an ankle dislocation. So I don't think that they're going to end up playing him. This game seems very, very straightforward to me. If they don't have Prabula, they're kind of honestly cooked because Ahmad Hardy, yes, he's one of the best running backs in the entire nation. However, Oklahoma's got the second best rushing defense in the entire nation as far as yards allowed per game. So that should be a very, very tough matchup for them. I really like Oklahoma on pretty much everything here. Oklahoma to cover the spread of 7.5. I don't think that's going to be a very big issue for them. And then obviously, I do think that this game is going to go under 42.5 just because Oklahoma's offense has not looked super, super great this year. Since John Mateer got back from injury, they haven't looked super explosive. Now, I will say John Mateer looked very, very good last week against Alabama. His stats didn't show it as much just because the defense was getting them the ball in like Alabama's 20 every time. But as far as the throws he was making and stuff, he looked more like the early season version of himself that we haven't seen since he got injured. So that's very, very good to see there. But I do think this game is going to go under 42.5. As far as a final score prediction for this game, Bo Pribula doesn't play, that's kind of what I'm going off of. If Bo Pribula does not play, I could very much so see this game ending in like Missouri 10, Oklahoma 21. Um, so that's my score prediction. I think Oklahoma's going to win 21-10 against Missouri on this Saturday. So I really like that. But I am, just because it's kind of what my channel's about, I'm throwing some parlays out to, or not parlays, I should say, player props out for you guys for each of these games. Going to give you one player for each team. Missouri, I like the over for Ahmad Hardy's attempts. Now, obviously, before I say all of them, I will say these lines are not out yet, so I'm just going based off of what they should be at. This is what should hit. Ahmad Hardy over attempts, I really, really like that. And then I'm taking John Mateer under pass attempts. I think this is going to be one of those games Oklahoma's not going to have to throw very much. So I really like both of those lines for this particular game. But with that being said, going to move on to our next game. Tennessee, Florida. This one should be pretty fun. I mean, it's a decent little SEC matchup. Neither of these defenses have been playing particularly very good, but both, at least in the last couple weeks, very, very explosive offenses, especially Florida. I really, really like this matchup for Florida, obviously. When playing against ranked teams their last like 3 weeks. They've looked very, very good. They looked really good in the first half of that Ole Miss game. They actually went into halftime winning that game, so I really like that. I like the direction that Florida is actually moving in right now. Obviously, their record's terrible, 3-7, not good, but they're moving in a very good direction right now. I really like that, and for that reason, I've got Florida on the money line in this game. I think that Florida can absolutely come out of this game winning. I think that they'll get a very, very good win against a really good Tennessee team. Obviously, Tennessee is now ranked lower just because their offense is very inconsistent, I will say. But I think that Florida can come out of this with a win. I really like that for them. But I do think that this game, I want to say I had this game over 57.5 because, as I said, very, very good offenses, not great defenses. So I really like money line for Florida. Obviously, that would mean that they're going to cover the spread as well. But and then on top of that, over 57.5. Really like both of those. As far as the props for this game, Tennessee, I really like Deshaun Bishop over rushing yards. Florida's rushing defense has not looked very good, obviously. That insane game that Kewan Lacey had last week. And then for Florida, I've got Jaden Baugh over rushing yards as well. I think that both these running backs are going to do really, really good. Obviously, Jaden Baugh is extremely talented, as well as Bishop. But I like both the running backs in this one. As far as final score prediction goes, um, I'm going back and forth on this one a little bit. I don't really know where this score is going to end up. I am almost certain it's going to end up over that 57.5, but I really, really do like 30-31. Florida's winning this one. I like Florida 31-30 against Tennessee. I think this is going to be a very close game, but I do think that Florida's going to come out of this one with a win. So I really like that. And then we're going to jump over to the ACC for some of these picks. Louisville SMU. This is another game that I really, really like. I've got very, very high hopes for this. SMU is actually favored in this one, obviously by 2.5. You guys can see right there. They are favored in this one. Not too sure why. Louisville has been very, very good the entire season. Yes, they've had a few games here and there that they've not played very well in, but Louisville as a whole, very good team. So for that reason, I'm going money line on them. Again, I don't really know why SMU's favored in this anyways. Obviously, money line would mean that they're covering the spread, but I really like this. And another thing that I'm not too sure why this is where it's at is the over-under. Over-under 52.5. That's over all day long. Both of these, this is the same kind of situation as the Tennessee Florida game. Both of these offenses are extremely good. Both of these defenses show that they can be very, very, very weak in just random moments. So for that reason, over 52.5, I really, really like that. I think that honestly, I think Louisville is going to win this game by quite a bit. I think that they're going to come out of this by winning by 3+ points easy. Honestly, I think Louisville's just a much, much better team than SMU. SMU's defense has showed a lot of struggles. So I really like SMU in this. Cover the spread, money line, over on 52.5. Love that. The player props that I've got for this game are going to be Jordan Hudson, SMU wide receiver. Obviously, we're taking him over yards. He has been very, very consistent for this SMU team the entire year. And then we've got Chris Bell over yards as well. I think this one's going to be more of a shootout. A lot of passing going on in this game. So I really like that. But as far as final score prediction for this game goes, I'm going to have to say I think this one will honestly end up 34-28. Louisville gets the W in this one. So I've got Louisville 34-28. Really, really like that score prediction. I think that that's pretty dang accurate right there. But we are staying in the ACC for our next game. Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech. This one should be very, very fun. Obviously, Georgia Tech runs the ball a lot. Pittsburgh does have a very good run defense, though. So this is going to be a very, very, very tough game for Georgia Tech's offense. Pittsburgh is ranked ninth in the nation right now as far as rushing yards allowed per game. So their rushing defense is very solid. Georgia Tech obviously leans on the run game a lot. So it's going to be tough for them. This one I have ending up in an upset as well. Obviously, Georgia Tech is favored by quite a bit. I've got Pittsburgh money line on this one. Pittsburgh just looked too good, and if they stop Georgia Tech's rushing game, they're kind of screwed on, or Georgia Tech is kind of screwed, to be honest. Because yes, Haynes King has had very, very, very good passing performances in the last few weeks, but Pittsburgh's passing defense is very solid as well. So I think that Georgia Tech's offense is going to have a very tough time in this game. With that being said, the over under, I do have this one. I have it over. I actually don't have it over. This one, I did a lot of research into both these teams, the kind of stats, points, whatnot they've been putting up. This one, in my mind, is a toss up. I have no idea how this score is going to go. It could be extremely defensive, low scoring. It could be the huge plays left and right from both teams, super high scoring. I have no idea how this game's going to go. As far as good ACC matchups typically go, they're typically shootouts. So if you had to pick one, if I was backed into a corner, forced to pick one, I would probably go with the over here. But this is just one that it's up to you guys. It's up to whatever you guys think is going to happen, whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want to bet on the over under, that is completely your decision. But I will say, good ACC matchups typically end up in very high scoring games. So if you got to do one, if I have to pick one, gun to my head, got to pick one, I'm taking the over. But final score prediction for this one, again, over under, not really sure about it, but I do think that this game is going to end up being like a 42-38 kind of win for Pittsburgh. I do think that this is going to end up being a high scoring game. Now, obviously, I'm not sure about the over under, so that could be that both teams have 10 less points than what I just said or 10 more points. I'm not sure, but my final prediction for that game, 42-38. Pittsburgh gets the W in that one. But moving on, we've got our Big Ten matchup. This is going to be a huge game. Obviously, this is College Game Day. USC, Oregon. USC at Oregon. This should be a very, very tough matchup for USC, especially with how weak their defense has been. It's going to be tough. But as far as spread in this one, I do have USC to cover the spread. I don't think that Oregon is going to win this game by 10. USC's offense is just too strong. Jaden Mayava has been playing too damn good to let Oregon get away from them in this one. So I really like USC to cover the spread on this. I will say, as far as over-under goes, I like the under. Oregon has played 3 ranked matchups this year already, and all 3 of them have gone under. And by quite a bit, honestly. I think their highest scoring matchup was 30-24 against Penn State, and that's 5 points under. So they're just in big games. They're not scoring a whole lot. So I really like the under 59.5 for this one. And then obviously I do think that Oregon's still going to win. So I do have Oregon on the money line there. But as far as player props for this game go, I actually just realized I skipped my Pittsburgh and Georgia Tech money or player props, so I will go back to that after this. But player props for USC Oregon. I really like Jaden Mayava's pass attempts for USC, and I really like Noah Whittington's rushing yards for Oregon, as I said at the beginning of this part. USC's rushing defense is not very good at all. Obviously, you guys remember a couple weeks back when they were playing Nebraska, Emmett Johnson went absolutely stupid on them. So their rushing defense is not very good. I think that in the big games, Noah Whittington tends to get the most carries. So I'm leaning on Noah Whittington for this one. Got Noah Whittington, and then obviously USC, Jaden Mayava over pass attempts. Their passing game is too good. They're going to want to pass a lot, especially I feel like they're going to be playing the catch-up game for a lot of this game against Oregon. So really like those two. And then, as I said, I did accidentally skip the player prop portion for this Pittsburgh Georgia Tech game. I have Haynes King over passing yards. As I said, Pittsburgh's passing or rushing defense is extremely good, top 10 in the country. And then Georgia Tech, their passing game has been on fire. Haynes King, 3 games in a row now, has thrown over 300 yards. Against NC State, he threw over 400 yards. So I really like Haynes King's passing yards. And then as far as Pittsburgh goes, I really like Kenny Johnson's wide receiver or receiving targets. He's been getting a ton of targets. He's their most targeted guy the entire season. So wherever his targets is at, I'm assuming it should be around 6.5 to 7.5 range. I like the over for Kenny Johnson's targets there. But we're now moving into the Big 12. I just want to look at something really quickly. I really like this Big 12 matchup. Obviously, another ranked matchup for us to look at here. BYU versus Cincinnati. This one should be really, really fun. This one is another one of those games. I'm just not really sure how the score is going to go. I don't know who is going to score a lot, who's not going to score a lot. This one's very, very tough to look at. I will say I absolutely trust BYU to cover the spread of 2.5. BYU has not won a game by less than 3 points the entire season, and they have played opponents better than Cincinnati. So I really, really like BYU to cover the spread in this one. And then as far as over/under, again, as I said, I don't know what the score is going to be at all. So that one's very, very tough. Cincinnati has only gone under a total of 54.5 2 times the entire year. BYU's only gone over like once. So that's why I'm kind of in between. I don't really know how this one's going to go. I will say, though, obviously BYU is going to win if they're going to cover the spread. But final score prediction for this one, again, super, super toss-up. I think that this one could very much so end up being an under. So I do like BYU in this one. I like them 28-21. I think that they're going to win by more than 3 points. Again, as I said, 28-21 BYU. I really like this. It could end up 28-24. Either way, I think BYU is going to score 28 points. I don't think that Cincinnati is going to score a lot, but I do think that they're going to score 21 to 24 points, somewhere around that range. Really like that. And as I'm saying that, I did remember I forgot to do final score prediction for USC Oregon, but I'm all over the place here, boys. Player props for BYU Cincinnati. In this one, I like Sorsby's passing attempts. I really like that. Again, same kind of thing with the USC Oregon. I think Cincinnati is going to be forced to throw. They're going to be playing the catch-up game a lot. So I like that. And then for BYU, I got LJ Martin over rushing yards. He's been an absolute beast the entire season, and Cincinnati does not really have the best rushing defense. So I really like both of those. But again, back to Oregon USC for the final score prediction for this game. I think it's going to go under the 59.5. I don't really know where it's going to end up. I think this one's going to be around the range of 30-24 is kind of how I'm feeling about this one. Oregon's going to pull out the W, obviously, but I'm thinking 30-24 is kind of the perfect range. It keeps us under the 59.5, which I do think it's going under 59.5. But I do think that USC is absolutely going to cover that spread. So really like that. But that pretty much does it for all of our picks for Saturday's college football games. Obviously, a ton of stuff going on here. If you guys wanted to throw a $20 bet on this, it pays out a decent amount. But you gotta Prize Picks is weird like that. You gotta go in, you gotta do each individual one. They're all paying out a decent amount here. But not gonna bore you guys doing that. But again, that's all the picks I've got for you guys for college football Saturday. We got Oklahoma winning over Missouri. We got Louisville winning over SMU. We got Oregon over USC. We've got Pitt over Georgia Tech, Florida over Tennessee, and BYU over Cincinnati. Obviously, already talked about all the spreads and all that. Who's going to cover, who's not going to cover, all that kind of stuff. But with that being said, that's really all I got for you guys today. So I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this new kind of format of video that I'm doing. Again, if you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a comment, please drop a like. Let me know that you guys want me to keep doing this, and I absolutely will. But again, with that being said, that's all I've got for you guys today. So I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.